Hey everybody, this is chapter 1.1 variables and expressions, extra practice. This is part of our algebra review to introduce geometry applications this year. If you take a look on the left hand side going numbers 1 through 10, what I've done is I've highlighted all of the vocabulary terms that we need to know in order to complete this worksheet. You can always reference back to your work packet from yesterday where we defined all of these vocabulary words in order to help you. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to my Google Voice number and I'll respond to you as quickly as I can throughout the school day. I'm going to do every other question 1 through 10. The remaining ones you guys should work on your own, as well as the rest of the questions in this packet or on this worksheet. If you take a look at number 1, 10 less than x, that means we started with x and we are taking away or subtracting 10 from it. Number 3 says 5 more than d. So that means we started out with d and we're adding 5 more. D plus 5. Number 5 says a number t divided by 3. Well, if we started with t divided by 3. Now, you could also write this as a fraction, and I'm going to put it on the side so we can see it a little better. T over 3. Number 7, half of a number n. Well, half means that we're dividing by 2. So we have n divided by 2. And again, you could write it as a fraction, n over 2. Number 9, notice it has a star next to it. That just means it's a little more difficult. 3 plus the product of 5 and h. Well, 3 plus product is the result of multiplication. So 5 and h would be 5h. 5 times h. All right. Even numbers you guys can do on your own. I'm going to move on to the next section. Feel free to pause the video, work on the ones from numbers 1 through 10, and then resume the video when you're ready. Write a word phrase for each algebraic expression below. So, numbers 1 through 10, we were given the word phrase and we wrote the expression on the right-hand side. This time, we're given the expression, we need to write the word phrase. I'm going to identify our operators, and again, I'm going to do every other one. N plus 6. Now, there's a few ways to write this. I see an addition sign, okay? So we can use several different phrases. We can use more than. We could use some. So I'm going to write this one using more than. 6 more than n. 6 more than n. Again, I'm going to do every other, so take a look at number 13. I see that dot there, that means multiplication. And there's a word for multiplication, starts with a P, the product. Of 4 and A. All right, number 15, a little more difficult. I do see a plus sign in number 15. However, I see a 3x in the front. There's really a hidden multiplication in there. Tried to put it in, but let me write it underneath. So this could really be viewed as 3 times x plus 10, which means we have two operations here, multiplication and addition. So since there's a plus 10 on the back end of this word phrase, or this expression, I'm going to start out with 10 more than the product of 3 and x. Okay, number 16, I'm not going to complete that one for you, but this may help. 10 times x plus 7 times z. So just be careful. I see 3 operations here that we need to include in our word phrase. Again, numbers 12, 14, and 16 you can do on your own. Number 17, it says error analysis. A student writes 8 less than x. So that was his answer, or his word phrase, in response to the given algebraic expression right here. The only problem is, if this was 8 less than x, then the algebraic expression would look like this, which clearly is not what they asked for here. So, what word phrase would be the correct phrase for this given expression? I need you to write that down in the blank space. Okay. On the back page, we have 18, 19, and 20. Okay, it's a little more vague here, but I'm going to read the directions to you. Write an algebraic expression and its word phrase for each vocabulary word below. Make sure to use the following vocabulary words: sum, less than, and product. So there's 3 vocabulary words and there's 3 questions. Use one for each of them. I'm going to give you one example and you guys can do the other 2 on your own. I'm going to use sum, okay? So an algebraic expression using sum we know would be addition. Less than is subtraction. Product is multiplication. So I'm going to write n plus 5. The word phrase for the expression above would have to be the sum of n and 5. Now, there's many examples that you can come up with for use of the word sum. You don't have to copy mine. Okay. So that's one vocabulary word down. For numbers 19 and 20, please use the vocabulary words less than and product. Okay? Feel free, remember, if you have any questions, to reach out to my Google Voice number. Don't forget to submit your work virtually by either taking a picture of it on your cell phone and texting it to my Google Voice number, or scanning it, saving it as a PDF, and sending it to my email. Thanks for watching.